Sign me up. The comedian Tracy Morgan experienced this firsthand when he had his near-death experience. He said, you don't just die and then come back to normal.
Where I am with people, something's just different. I find myself saying I love you 200 times a day to strangers. I don't care. I don't got to know you to love you. I love you. That's how we supposed to be as human beings. We're supposed to take care of each other. What we see sometime down here on earth, ain't no room for that up in heaven. Ain't no room for it.
Now, some of you might be asking, well, Rob, what do you think? Well, I think death isn't real, and near-death experiences are proof of the simulation theory. We're stuck here our entire lives afraid of death because we don't know where we'll be or what it's like or if there's anything more. But near-death experiences are demonstrable proof that there is indeed something more that can't be explained with our 2 eyes in 3 dimensions. The simulation theory, as some people think of it, is just technological, where AI has taken over and we're just stuck inside a giant computer simulation. But that's still just a theory from within the simulation itself. Let me try to explain this a bit holistically. Did you know computers were created because of binary code? Binary code was created from understanding the ancient Taoist Bagua, a set of symbols composed of lines that can only exist in certain states and combinations, and were used to explain this reality if you studied them. So computers are still within a spiritual universe, and all the dimensions that supercomputers and quantum computers may access are still just dimensions that exist in parallel within the larger simulation. It's not a computer simulation at all in the end. We exist in an Inception-style simulation within a simulation, and until we break out of this world, we're doomed to be trapped in it, stuck here. The reason near-death experiences are so cool is that it shows humankind something they're not used to thinking about, that this world is just a veil. The Buddha called it a world of delusion. Science has discovered through the double slit experiment and the observer effect that by looking at something, it fundamentally changes it. Wouldn't that suggest there's larger intelligence of some kind, even if it's in a way that's outside our current understanding of how things are governed in the other dimensions and realities? And that's exactly what I explored in my next episode on inducing out-of-body experiences. Because in researching near-death experiences, I realized that they bring a lot of comfort to people who are afraid to die, but they also bring a wealth of knowledge about the human mind, weaponry, and information acquisition to the private companies and militaries of the world. Hold on to your hats for that one, because I found everything from Nazi research to secret CIA collaborations with psychic research institutes, and it just might change everything we think we know about how we relate to this reality. But what do you think? Have you ever had a near-death experience? Leave me a comment with your story, because the comments on my Dreams episodes have been pretty incredible to read about. And even though it took a lot of words to explain all of this in this episode, I think Tracy Morgan got it right. Love and compassion might just be the #1 thing that exists outside of reality, like a universal currency. I don't think he was wrong when he said, quote, "What we see sometimes down here on Earth, ain't no room for that up in heaven. There ain't no room for it." Maybe all this garbage here is weighing us down, and compassion is how we all elevate. It's pretty simple, right?